Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Isabel and I like to make videos. Anyways, today I just wanted to share with you guys what I've crocheted in like the past month. If you guys didn't know, I actually like reading and that's been a hobby of mine for quite a long time. But I've recently been a little bit bored and sick of reading, so I decided why not try and pick up like a new hobby. And so I went to Spotlight and I got a lot of supplies and I decided to try crocheting. And also because I've seen all the nice cool pieces and clothes, items of clothing on Pinterest, and I really wanted to be able to make my own. So yeah, before I start, I just want to show you guys some of the supplies that I use. To start off, these are the hooks that I use. I'm not really sure what brand, but they're 3.5mm and 4mm hooks, and they're both from Spotlight. The yarn that I use for all my projects are this Four Seasons Marvel 8-ply 100% acrylic yarn. I get the balls in 100 grams, and I think it's just easy for me to carry around and use. And I really like the way that it feels because it's not too smooth, but yet it's not too rough that it's uncomfortable on the clothing. So I'm going to show you guys the items that I've made since the start as I was a complete beginner all the way to what I've been making recently. Also guys, this is like my second attempt at filming the video because the first time I filmed this, the audio was super bad, so I hope that this goes well. The first item I made is this halter top. The strings tie like this and the back is just weaved in. I messed up on this top. I made it too long and the stitches were too loose and it stretched too much, so it's like 3 times too big for me, which is something I regret, but gotta learn somehow. I really love the color and honestly I'm quite proud of the way that my stitches were so even as I was a beginner. And yeah, I love the color. This top would have been super cute if I hadn't made it too big, but yeah, if anyone wants this top, hit me up. I'll send it to you for free. The next thing I made was a bit ambitious and I actually made this tote bag. It's just a checkered pattern. I love the colors that I use. I love this teal green color. You guys are gonna see that I actually use this color a lot in all of my pieces, and I love this cream color that I use. It's quite different from white. It's slightly darker cream and I really like the combination. This project was so tedious and it took me like 3 full days to finish. As you can see, I still haven't weaved in the ends because I really can't be bothered. I think it's so cute, but really like the way it turned out and it's something that I will be using. It took quite long to make such a small size. I really wanted to make a bigger size. I didn't realize it would turn out so small, but I really like it, and this is the bag that I end up gravitating and reaching to the most now. After that, I decided to start on a tube top, but I was too lazy to change the colors, and so I decided to finish it and make it into a bandana. It's still too big for me, but it looks cute, colors are cute. Yeah, that's all I can say about this. Next up, I made this tube top and I really got inspired by a picture on Pinterest that I saw. I'll insert it here, and the try-on clips. I really like the way this turned out. I think the colors are super cute. This took so long because of the changing between colors. At the back, it's just weaved in straps and there's a small cutout at the front, and I think it looks super cute. I think this whole piece was made out of single crochet so that the stitches will be tighter to each other. One thing I regret though is that I think this part, the bust area, it's a little bit too short. I would have preferred if it was longer, but I still think it looks super cute and I really am so proud of myself and the way this turned out. The next item I made was this bikini top. It's just a triangle tie top. It's pretty basic. Again with this greenish teal color. This was my first time making the bra cup design. I think this is quite popular in a lot of crochet top designs, so I just wanted to try out one piece using this kind of stitching method. I really like the way this turned out. I'm quite surprised that it's quite even. I thought it would be uneven because it was my first attempt at something like this. If I were to do one thing differently, it would probably be the way that I connected these two cups together. I don't think it looks very cute. Should have added like a bow or something, but happy with the way this turned out. The next item I made was my first time not following a tutorial of any sort, and I was inspired by, again, this picture that I found on Pinterest, and this is the item that I came up with. Firstly, I love the way this turned out, but clearly I made the straps a bit too long. I keep forgetting how much yarn can stretch, and so now I have to tie it, but I'm still super happy with the way that this turned out. The straps, I love the colors that I used. I ended up making this without a tutorial because I couldn't find one. So this bag is just made out of two gigantic granny squares, and I just made one strip of fabric for the strap and then sewed it together, slip stitched together, and then I added the white borders around the straps to hide all the yarn that I didn't want to weave in. And then I sewed it together to the granny squares, and I added a brown border, and I think the brown border was such a good call because I think it looks so cute with the brown, and I really am so proud of the way that this turned out. I really like the way it looks. There was supposed to be like a string that tied the sides of the bag together, but I made this string too long and I'm a bit too lazy to make it shorter, so I guess I'll just stuff it in the bag and leave it there. If anyone wants an in-depth tutorial of this, I guess I can make one. Yeah, just let me know. After that bag, I decided to take on something that was a bit more simple, but I ended up messing this one up so badly too. But it's okay, you can't really tell. So this top, initially, you're supposed to make one loop and then you go the other direction and keep on swapping and flipping your work so that the pattern will be more like this, alternating. I ended up accidentally making it to one loop, up and up. And so the back is super messy and the front is just one smooth piece, which isn't too bad. But now I have two different stitches between the triangle part and the main body part, which I kind of regret, but too late. Again, it's this green, beautiful color, greenish blue. I learned how to make ribbing during this project, which is super useful because if you guys don't know, a lot of crochet items, they tend to curl up at the bottom if you don't add ribbing. So for future projects, I'm going to keep this in mind and I'll probably use more ribbing. It's super simple to make. Double crochet and then only hook the back loop, and it's super cute. I really like the way it looks, and yeah, probably gonna use this in my future projects. The last completed item that I made is this green and white top. I love the way this turned out. Again, it doesn't fit me very well because number one, I made the straps a little bit too short, and if you guys can see, I made it a bit too close to the side. I would have moved it in a bit, so the straps actually kind of slip on my shoulders a little bit when I wear it, but I still think it looks super cute. And I followed this picture on Pinterest, and I couldn't find a tutorial, so this was also quite fun for me to make. In the end, after I completed this project, I found a tutorial, but it's a bit too late for that. I had to figure out how to do it on my own. So basically, you just make this tube section, one tube back, and then you add it, decrease all the way until you reach the top on both sides at the start and the end. Add the white borders, add the two green cups, continue with the white borders and the straps, and yeah, I think it looks super cute and the colors are so nice. Just wish, again, maybe I made the straps a little bit longer. Oh, one more item I actually forgot to include before was this orange bucket bag. I'll insert a picture here. I made it for my mom. And I think the color and the design is so cute, but the biggest issue is that I made the stitches a bit too loose, so it sags a lot. One way to fix that is that I can add a lining, but because of the design of the bag with so holey, I don't think a lining will look as cute. That was kind of just an experimental bag with me trying out the holey kinds of designs, and I would definitely try and make another one in the future. For the last project that I want to show you guys is this little heart granny square. As you can see, it's not even completed. but it looks super cute and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make with this yet. Granny squares are super versatile. You can make it into bags, tops, even use it just as coasters, blankets, sweaters. I love the way that this is turning out. I think it's super cute. But it is quite tedious to make the hearts and the granny squares, but I like the way it looks, and I saw a tutorial on YouTube that made this into a tote bag, so I might do that. I'll try and link as many items as I can in the description box, as in the tutorial, so that you guys can follow along if you want to. Those are all the things that I've crocheted in the past month. I'm quite proud of myself for picking it up quite fast, and I think I'm able to complete my projects quite fast as a complete beginner. I hope you guys were able to take some inspiration from the items that I made, and hopefully you guys will get into crocheting too. Comment any ideas on what I should make next, because I've been kind of in a slump about what to make next. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!